Good morning, you guys. Actually, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to stream. Thank you guys. Good morning, good morning. Applejacks, I pushed the button at the right time. It just fucked up. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy whatever day it is. I think it's Wednesday. Yes, yes, yes. Happy Wednesday. Oh yeah, you guys, I did not get a a mouse. I never went out yesterday. It's hot. I don't like hot. But I'm here. Good morning, everyone. We do have high impact news coming up in a sec. 15 minutes, 13 minutes. Need to be in the shop. Maybe I didn't need to be in that trade. No, you're going the wrong way. All right. I am on a 16 tick chart. It shouldn't change anything, but you know, shit happens. But how are you guys this morning? Wait, I have to pull the stream up on my phone since I don't have my extra monitor. Give me a second. This is so ghetto. From now on, when I go out of town, I'm not streaming anymore. On this coast this week. Yeah, baby. I thought it was gonna be cooler here than it is, you know, where I'm from, but shit. No, it feels the same. Feels the freaking same. All right, so that was the first trade does anybody trade with Tradeify or Take Profit Trader and the P&L did not reset? Because my P&L is still counting from yesterday and I'm so confused. I don't understand. Then don't gotta. You're right, Miss Ma'am. You are absolutely right. My apologies. My apologies. Oh shit. Ay ay ay. Yeah, it's just too ghetto. It's too much going on. Okay. Okay, Amelia, good. Good to know. Not my mom's calling me. Oh, I can't answer. Good morning, my mommy. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's so extra. Thank you, Mom. Hi, Mom. Huh? Okay, I will. Okay. She is so crazy. I swear. My mom calls everyone. Like, if she knows it's your birthday, she will call you. And she's the type of person where she has all of her friends and, like, close, I wouldn't even say close family members. But if you're close in, like, genetic wise in the family tree, she's gonna call you for your birthday. She doesn't care. And she's gonna sing to you. She does it to everyone. I love her. Oh my gosh. All right, we are at the point of control of the day right now. And I don't really know exactly how I want to treat that. Oh no. Volume down. Sorry guys. Okay. Thank you, New. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, my best friend gonna text me at 9 p.m. last night talking about happy early birthday. I'm the first to tell you. Actually, you weren't, because my other best friend, Ashley, she told me happy early birthday on Monday when I flew out. But of course, they'll tell me today too. But trying to be first, you weren't the first. All right, 17. Thank you, Trenches. Thank you, thank you. What time is it? All right. I was gonna say I'm gonna chance it by like using the point of control as like the same rules as if I'm trading off the level. I wonder if that's the smart thing to do. Except I don't like the sell. Yes, they always try to be first. Oh, I'm sorry, Applejacks. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. My birthday falls on a Wednesday a lot. All right, so it's gonna be. So I am tripling contracts on the Tradify account. If it blows, it blows. It's fine. It is what it is. Um, but it's definitely time to triple contracts because I just have today, Thursday, and Friday. Thankfully, Tradify you can pass in one day. So if on Friday it's still not blown or passed, I can always just continue to trade until either one of those things happen. And just actually, what I'm gonna check when I have to stop trading for news what the max contracts is. Um, because on Friday that's probably what I'll end up using. Bye. I need to get it. Oh, hello. Tell them folks to cancel the meeting. We're having a party. Let's see, five. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Amelia. I literally just found it. Literally just now. That's the only thing is trying to remember all the contract sizes for each account at each prop. I usually always at least know that Apex probably has the highest allowed 9. I'm looking to sell here. See what happens. Never mind. That hurt my mind. I think we came like one tick from closing that bar. So the trade I took earlier that lost, honestly, I can't even be mad at the loss because it normally wins. I think actually in however many days of data I have, full data on my analysis sheet, that's the only loss. So out of probably so far 7 trades, maybe. So to lose one every 7 times I take the trade, I'll take that, whatever. Whatever. All right, we got to stop for news now. Stop for news. What time did I take that trade? You think I postponed? I can clown for you. Good. Oh yeah, I have to let y'all hear the song my sister sang to me last night. Did she sing? No, I don't think she sung. She's very ratchet. But I love it. Ah. I'm an idiot. Did I look at the wrong thing? I did. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm just paying attention to it, though. Hold on, let me see if I can find it while we wait for news. Wait, let me turn me off real quick. Wait. Come on.
Happy birthday to my baby body, Betty, sister, my baby Wench, my love, yeah. Happy birthday to my little big singer mama, girl. Have a good day. Happy birthday. Love you.
Just get off. Last night. So that was my birthday message from my sister. My bald-headed Betty, my little yeah, my little wench. It's just ghetto here, okay? It's ghetto. But that's my sister for ya. All right, here's news. Here is news. Got 30 seconds before, yeah, she's ghetto, guys. I got 30 seconds before I have to, before I can start trading again. All right. I hope you guys' siblings, if you have them, are not as ghetto as mine. I gotta FaceTime my babies later when they wake up. They probably will end up FaceTiming me, but I miss them. Their mom just texted me happy birthday. So one thing I have to start, I don't want to pay attention to that though. I think I have to start paying attention to like wherever the okay. So if the overall trend is an uptrend, the only rotation levels that are gonna paint are the buy rotation levels. Which I mean obviously makes sense, right? But the problem is the other rotation levels, like I can see them. They don't paint all the way across though, but I can see where the rotation level would be if we changed trends. And so like the buy that I took that lost, it ended on one of those levels. And so I would need to technically treat that as if the entry bar is touching a level. But it's very annoying because I don't want to pay attention to that. That's a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Um, yeah. But I think I need to pay attention to that because had I treated that as if the entry bar was touching a level, I would have never taken that trade. What is that? I don't know. We are back at the point of control for the day. Oh, we have a low impact news. Why are you paying attention? We do. Oh yeah, I had to change my. I had to change the time on my computer and my charts back to Central Standard Time because when I'm journaling, it literally drives me crazy that I have to think about putting an hour like prior. It's too much. And then also the way that NinjaTrader works, they will store the historical data based on the time zone, I think, or something. I don't know. That's the warning that I got when I switched the time zone. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not. I could have taken this buy, but with the point of control being right there, I didn't want to take it. I feel like I would have had to break even. Um, oh, I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway, so it doesn't matter. Which is just because you're out in his own way. Yes, I don't know where we're going. I have no idea. So, but yes, I will take pictures. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna have to remind myself to take pictures though, because I hate taking pictures. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. And it's bad because you would think that somebody with really bad memory would want to take pictures because that's the only way I'm gonna have certain memories. But like, there are so many people from back when I used to do like a lot of speaking engagements and stuff that told me that we met. I don't remember because I used to meet a lot of people and don't even remember taking pictures with these people until I see the picture and I'm like, hey, not a surprise, King Kong. I cannot. But yeah, we're gonna get out today. and tomorrow and Friday too. Because the first day I was too tired. Like I had to wake up at 4:30 to catch my flight, and y'all know about 4 o'clock in the morning is when I normally fall asleep. So I didn't fall asleep until 3:30. So I got on the plane with only an hour of sleep, basically hour and a half max, and I normally could fall asleep on the plane, but baby, when that man said that it was pieces missing from the plane and shit, well, she wasn't going to sleep. I need to see and hear everything. And then I don't know if I told y'all, but I sent my mom a video from inside the plane. I was like, "Hey, is this normal?" Because first we missing pieces of the plane, okay? So this is why the takeoff is delayed. But then I see smoke coming out the vents, but it was from the condensation because it was so hot outside. You know that whole judge. Boy, I didn't know that. All I know is I see smoke. We delayed, and then when he started the engine, it smelled like burning, like burnt rubber. I said, you know what? This is gonna be my way out of this world. I'm gonna die today. And then the crazy thing is, I have flown nothing but Southwest for um, probably a good like 6 years now. I used to be forced to fly Delta back when I did speaking engagements because the company paid for it and that's who they had a relationship with. But I was like, damn, this is one of my first flights outside of Southwest. We delayed. It's a piece missing from the plane. The light ain't working. There's smoke coming out the vents, and it's burning rubber when he starts the engine. This is why I should stay with a mess, okay? So I did stay up the whole plane ride watching a movie, which I still need to finish watching the end of. So I was too tired to do anything that day. Once we went and got me some fruit and yogurt and stuff, and salad, so I could eat my breakfast. Um, that was that. Then yesterday it was just too damn hot. Like I don't like doing anything at home when it's hot. I don't want to go out of town and it's the same kind of hot, and I don't want to do nothing. I ain't gonna lie. So we chilled, but the next 3 days we're gonna do some stuffy stuff. Let's see. I don't know how to treat this. All right, it's a little different. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, thank you. They get the planes from the same place. I know, but it's just the fact that I don't be having all that going on when I'm flying Southwest. So when all that goes on the first time you on a plane not Southwest, baby, you just think your life is over. And I did. I did. As soon as I landed, I said, "Mommy, I'm safe." Oh, it was a mess, a hot mess. But I am flying Southwest on my way back because I'm not doing that again. I'm not. I'm not. All right, come on, market. So I dropped down to a 16 tick chart because the VIX this morning was 17. And I will say that I can tell there's a lot more movement. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely not as choppy as it would normally be, that's for sure. All right, we're gonna go. Let's see, I created a higher high, broke that. No, right. Interesting. All right, so I'm gonna look at the counter trend pullback. Since the sell was invalidated with the switch of the zigzag. Period, Amelia. Thank you. There was another, I forget, somebody's stream popped up in my feed. And I think their birthday was like yesterday or the 23rd. See how this, if we pull back. There's a lot of buying pressure in this bar. What? So that's the point of control for the day. Make it like purple or something. It's fine. What the fuck? Thank you, G Wood. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I have an order there that's not actually there. Oh my fucking goodness. Y'all can't see it. I was supposed to be filled. My life. Did it finally cancel? It did. So I had an order for the buy there and it just didn't fill. It turned orange instead. So annoying. I had an order to get in for the buy. I watched it clear it on the downside and turn orange, and then it just took off. So like in this outside bar right here, I should have gotten filled, but such is life. Think we continue lower? The job is done. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we're underneath the VWAP. We just use VWAP as resistance. So I'm not surprised. For me, it doesn't matter if we go up or down. As long as I can get whatever I'm trying to get in that very short period of time, that's all I care about. Damn, I missed that one. Didn't know if I wanted to take it because the VWAP's right there, but I keep forgetting that because I'm on the smaller tick chart, I got a little bit more wiggle room. I would have gotten up. That's a win too. Shit. So the buy, the last buy, and then this buy right here were both valid trades for me. I got screwed on the first one, but the second one I just was a little late. Fuck. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you, thank you. You're not a creep though. I feel it. No, I thank you for that. Nothing wrong with lurking. I do the same thing, especially like while I'm journaling and stuff. So I feel it. Oh, nice, Amelia. That's what I thought it was gonna be because they had some timer, like as their preview. It was like a timer that went from 10 to 7. So 10, 9, and 8 were red, and then 7 was green. I'm like, they're going down to 7 trading days. So how am I celebrating my birthday? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really don't know. I just know we're supposed to go to a nice restaurant tonight. So I bought like this when I had this really nice dress with some cute little flats because I'm tall and I don't like wearing heels. My knees in the back are bad. And like this cute purse. And I think we're supposed to I think he's out buying cookies or something right now too. Which I'm not really a sweets person, but I indulge on birthdays and shit like that. And I don't know, we might go to breakfast. I don't normally eat breakfast, but I kind of want some French toast. So I'm probably gonna force him to take me to breakfast too. But probably when I get back, so I don't get back until Friday night. And I think I might want to do like a game night with my family. Just, order some pizza. I don't really celebrate my birthday, you guys, to be honest with you. I had a birthday party for my 16th. No, I didn't. I'm lying. Yes, no. No, because I mixed my birthday and my graduation party from high school together. Because I graduated at 16 and it was like a month and some change, like a month and a half before I turned 17. So I just kind of mixed them together, to be honest. And then the next time I celebrated my birthday was when my mom threw me a surprise party for my 30th. So I just don't celebrate. Sometimes my family like makes me go out to eat and stuff like that, but I just don't. I don't know. It's just another day to me. I mean, I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong. Not everybody makes it to their next birthday, so I'm always grateful. I just see it as another day. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, and I just don't like. This is gonna sound crazy, but I don't like attention either. So, oh no, you know what? We went to a restaurant like 2 or 3 years ago. I forgot where we went. Maybe it's whatever steakhouse. I think it's a Longhorn. It's either Longhorn or Texas Roadhouse where they make you ride the little bull thingy that they bring to the table. Yeah, They took me out to eat there one time for my birthday a couple of years ago, and I was so embarrassed. As soon as I heard that man say, "Oh, we have a birthday," I'm like, "No, please, no, don't come to me." So they made me ride that damn bull. And then he was like, "So how old are you? Are you like 22?" I'm like, "No, I'm 32." Pretty sure it was my 32nd birthday. He was like, "What?" He's like, "You need to give me your routine because, honey, yes, I cannot stand it. Not most females celebrate the whole month. Well, honey, I'm not a normal female. I'm really not. I hate shopping. Everything that most women like, I hate. Wanted waffles for weeks now. Haven't had them in forever. Ooh, a nice waffle would be nice too. I don't know. I just don't really like pancakes. You got me thinking. I might do a waffle. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it is Texas Roadhouse? Yeah. I was like, please. Even so, my 30th, when my mom threw me the surprise party, she threw it at my cousin's house. And so they told me it was a game night. And my family does game nights all the time. So it wasn't out of the ordinary. And I have a couple of cousins whose birthdays are around my birthday as well. So I'm like, okay, so we going to her house for a game night. Cool, fine, whatever. But then it started getting weird because people were like texting me, asking me where I am. And I'm like, why the fuck do y'all care where I am? Like, it's just a game night. And it was supposed to be like a game night for a bunch of us. So I'm like, and the crazy thing is, my sister called me because she told them, she was like, y'all don't understand. Amber might say that she's coming, but if she just gets tired or she just don't feel like, my social battery be on 1%, 99% of the time. So she's like, she actually might not come. This probably wasn't a good idea. So she starts blowing my phone up. My mom starts blowing my phone up. And so the way that they got me though was my cousin with the kids who call me auntie, the kids were there and they know they can always get me out the house when the kids are there. So my mom was like, Amora and Cohen are looking for you. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I'm on my way. Because I'm not gonna lie, I had no intentions of going for a while. So I walked in the house and I'm like, where's everybody at? My mom's like, oh, they're downstairs. I'm like, it's normally music, but okay, maybe he's just switching the song. Who knows? Child, I get downstairs and hear surprises. So what the fuck? But it was nice because, especially at the time, that's when my parents were starting to go through divorce, and that other parent was being like super mean and evil and stuff. And so it also was a way for us to get out of the house. But then he just started a whole bunch of drama when we got home because that's when he found out I was sleeping with a knife under my pillow because he was so threatening all the time. So he just like ruined it when I got home. But it was cool though. That was the last time I celebrated. Story time. So did I get thrown off the bull? No, it's not like a mechanical bull where you like it moves and rides. They just make you get on it. It's stationary. They make you get on it and then they make you like do this and woohoo and all that other shit. Yeah. It was embarrassing. Good morning, San. How are you this morning? With fresh berries. Time. I would Applejacks, I will let you know. Have fun. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, I'm gonna. I always get. I'm still confused as to like if I still need to wait like, a certain number of swings after one bar pullbacks and stuff. I get so confused. I don't know. That break even there. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it at all. Is it? Okay, so my P&L is showing correctly there. I don't know why it's showing incorrectly on my other dashboard. I don't know. I still have like 1,000 in drawdown on the Tradify account. Neutral point of control. I do have to stop for crude oil though. How long have I been trading? Like 10 years. I first, well, actually longer than that. So I first got introduced to trading back in 2014. Um, so I've been trading off and on for almost 11 years. I think 11 years will be in like September, July or September, one of the two. It's been more off than on as far like I take breaks and stuff like that. But I've traded like I first learned futures and then we kind of transitioned to Forex and then we transitioned to binary options and then back to futures, back to Forex, back and forth. So this last time of me trading has been since December of 2023. That's when I got onto YouTube. And I really just so I have another YouTube channel that has like 18,000 subscribers or something. I have not posted there in years and I still get comments almost every day. Um, but I started that channel because like it was my way of holding myself accountable on my debt freedom journey. And so I kind of did the same thing with the trading channel where it was like, all right, this time when I start, I don't want to stop. And it was more so like I would be profitable and everything would be going great, but I just had so much going on. Like I was running a credit repair business. I'm a nurse by trade as well. I've been a nurse since 2011. Um, yeah, since 2011. And so, when you have all these different things going on, at one point I was like in network marketing. I was in the top of a company. I helped start another company in which I was the director of financial education. I also did a lot of speaking engagements um, and things like that. So there was a lot that came with that, right? There was no time to trade. And so this time around, I'm like, okay, I'm done doing credit repair. I love helping people, but um, at some point, it's like when everything you've ever done has been like giving to others, helping others, at some point, it's like, you know what? I'm done helping others. I want to focus on myself, you know? And so um, I always knew that eventually I would just focus on trading primarily. And so my time was up in credit repair. And that's when I started the YouTube channel because I'm like, all right, if I can grow even just a small channel, me going live every day will help to hold me accountable to not just quit. Um, and getting rid of the other things that were, I would say they're distractions because those were things that I knew I wasn't going to do forever. So it's like, all right, you're getting to the age where you can't keep putting trading off for all these other things for years at a time, months at a time, taking these long breaks. Because to me, if you can master trading in whatever capacity you would like to, whether it's, swing trading, intraday swing trading, scalping, whatever the case may be, if you can master it, it is one of the only things that you can do where you can literally just print money. You want to go on a little trip and you have a strategy that has edge, make your money today. And depending on how you make the money, whether it's a personal account, whatever, withdraw the money and pay for your trip. And so, yeah, this was the only way I knew to not allow myself to quit and go do something else. Cause it was also like, anytime you're in a trading journey or really any kind of journey, you might go through little dry spells and stuff like that, which I didn't really have very many of, to be honest with you. Every time I quit, it was just because I had too much going on. But the few times it was like, all right, I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm starting to lose a little bit more often. I'm still profitable, but this is getting on my nerves and I don't have time to really like put into analyzing what I'm doing wrong or what's going wrong or how the market has changed and how this needs to change for it. You know what? I'm out. See you in 8 months. So my best friend who trades, He'll tell anybody like, yeah, she just used to leave me all the time. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot. I would say futures was always my number one though. Um, I made a little bit of money doing binary options, but I used to always get really screwed because um, price would either close at the contract price or the strike price or like one tick on the other side. And then eventually that pissed me off enough to where I said, F that, I'm done. But Forex, I was decently profitable in Forex as well. I just didn't like Forex. I always hated it. And I knew I would eventually get back to futures. And so, um, to me, Forex was only done because it had a lower barrier to entry. And so when prop firms first like really started getting on the scene, I'm like, and I remember, so I bought my first Apex account, I think May of 22, maybe. And I barely even traded the accounts like ever. I just had too much going on. But my very first prop firm I ever bought an account from was FTMO. So I remember before I bought that account, my best friend used to tell me about prop firms all the time. And I'm like, like, I don't want to lose somebody else's money. That's the way I thought. I was like, what if I lose somebody's money and then they come after me? That's all I was thinking in my head. And he tried his hardest to like explain to me how prop firms really worked and stuff like that. But in my mind, I'm losing somebody's money and they're gonna come unalive me if I lose too much. I don't know. And so eventually I started looking more into it a little bit more in depth, more than what he was just telling me. And I was like, oh, this isn't half bad. But back then, I don't know if it's still like this since I have not been in the Forex prop firm space in a very long time. But I remember when I bought my first account, I think it was a 100K account at FTMO, and it was like $600. And I didn't care how much money I was making at the time, because I think at the time I was making like 8 grand a month in my business, and still $600 was a lot. And I didn't pass it, but I had got back to the point where I was in profit. You only had to be in profit at least 1 cent and you could redo the challenge. And so I never redid it. Like if they still took US customers, I would still be able to trade that account from years ago because it's still sitting there. But yeah, so then eventually once we started looking into futures props, I think the very first futures prop I ever heard of was You Profit. And that's because I was actually in a group where this lady, she used to teach trading, and she was, I'm pretty sure she was an affiliate with You Profit. And they were cool. I never signed up with them though. There was something in their rules that I didn't really like. I can't really remember what it was, but I was like, yeah, I'm cool on that. And oh, not that one, this one. And yeah, so then my best friend who trades, he knew about Apex investing for a couple years. I don't think he ever was a student with them, but he did know who they were. And so when Apex kind of came about, he pretty much told me about it. And eventually I ended up signing up with them, and the rest is history. Yeah, G Wood, I'm a little multi-talented. Just a little bit. But yeah, I have a lot of experience with trading. My only thing was like I can read charts really well. That's not my problem. My problem is I didn't when I got into this space of trading, I did not want to intraday swing trade. Number one, because a lot of companies have trail and drawdown. But also, I used to be on the chart sun up to sundown. I'm talking like I had my laptop next to me while I'm sleeping and alerts going off, and I'm waking up with one eye open like, is that a trade? No, go back to sleep. Like that kind of shit. I made decent money, but I don't want to do that no more. So I was like, all right, well, this time around, I'm going to master scalping. I don't care how long it takes. I gave myself 2 years, to be honest with you, and I'm only 18 months in, and I feel like this is the closest that I'm probably going to be to perfecting trading the way I want to trade. I know chart patterns. I know all these different things. But my thing was I wanted to do it with Renkos because when I used to intraday swing trade and do like divergence and stuff, I used to do it with Renkos and it was so great. So great. And so easy. But again, I would have to be on the charts for too long. And so I'm like, all right, well, if it took me, I don't even want to say 4 years, it takes 16 years in my opinion, to get your bachelor's degree because I have to go, well, not K through 12 because I skipped kindergarten. I had to go through 12 grades plus another 4 years on top of that. So if it took me 16 years to have a 10-year career that I hate, well, I can take 2 years to really master what I want to do. And that was my thought process. So I gave myself 2 years and I'm 18 months in. And the other thing was like, once I started discovering like volume and order flow and stuff like that, there's no information out there on Renkos and volume and order flow trading. Zero. So, and, you know, most people who scalp, they do so, you know, with a super negative risk to reward ratio. Like, you think about all these people who are so up in arms about a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Like, why the fuck are y'all mad that they don't want you to lose 500 to make 100? That doesn't sound right. And so my goal was to have a really tight stop loss and take profit. So that right there on Nasdaq, I knew it was going to take me a while to figure things out. Excuse me. I wanted to use Renkos because I know that's the most price-based bar that you can get. But then trying to learn not just how the market moves with volume and order flow, but learning how that works with Renkos because it's totally different with Renkos than it is with time-based charts. And so there's a lot of time, energy, and effort I've had to put into learning this just simply because there's no information out there at all. There's none. So that's how I came to be 28. I don't like it. All right, the point of control moved a little bit, but they kind of stalled in the bar a little too long, and the point of control is too low. I wanted it to be in the wick of the bar. The point of control is not there. You're down $49. It's not bad. Gold has been consolidating lately. Oh no. Oh, Janelle, you'll bounce back though. You've been doing really, really well with gold. Really well. Okay, in a few days. 2K and copper. I didn't even know you traded copper too. All right, December, my small account is down a lot. Yes, it's a lot of gambling. Like even I don't understand why people are even up in arms about that damn thing. Why is it different? Oh. No, it needs to stay up here. I don't even understand why people are up in arms about like the 30% P&L rule. Listen, you know who has horrible risk management practices and who doesn't. It's that simple. Because people with good risk management practices, they like risk management rules don't bother them because they already follow them anyway. It's very weird. I'm actually gonna take the sale here. I might regret it, but I don't really care. I'm tired of waiting. Come on, push down. Maybe it's not good for me to take trades at the point of control, period, to be honest. Yeah, that's gonna stop me out. That's all right. Yeah, I might just avoid trades at the point of control because I think the point of control has been hoeing me lately. But I told you guys I'm not used to even being able to see the point of control anyway. But yeah, and it's so choppy. What time is it? Maybe be done. There's a supply zone area 5:15. Maybe I'm just a little too early. Also don't agree with the. Oh yes, Amelia. I hate that. I hate it. It just further explains people's gambling thought process to me personally. And I have nothing against other traders, other streamers, no nothing. Like I don't give a fuck. But I also feel like as influencers who okay, if you are an influencer, you are influencing people whether you like it or not, right? And you can sit here and say you guys should be taking your own trades, you should make your own decisions, and don't follow me, and all of these other things. You can say all of that down to the T, right? And as adults, adults should have their own thought process. But the reality is, if you are an influencer and people are seeing you make money and they are struggling, no matter how much you say don't follow me, people are going to follow you. Because person A has made hundreds of thousands of dollars trading the way that they are. And me, person B, I'm struggling. It doesn't matter what comes out of this person's mouth. I want to make money, so I'm going to do what they are doing. And it really bothers me because, first of all, people don't understand that. Now, there are certain influencers who do explain like or do show like how much they had to spend to make the money that they've made. But even then, that's still very skewed because if you're only telling me what your payouts are as far as trading goes, and you're telling me your expenses, well, that's cool. But then on top of that, people also have to remember that even if they struggled and didn't get payouts, it doesn't matter because of their affiliate income. And I feel like people are doing a disservice to their community of people who watch them when they gamble the way that they do, because other people can't afford to do that. They can't. But they're influenced to do so because they want to make money like you are. And it's not cool. It's just not cool at all to me. I'm going to push it to 10 o'clock. Even if I lose the next trade, I kind of don't care. But I want to take another trade. Or do I? No, it's my birthday. I should probably stop. All right, so I only have like $675 left on the Tradeify account. I'm still in profit on the TPT account. I expect this to kind of be a roller coaster for at least the next week until I like stabilize how I want to do this. Because I think I told you guys coming into today, coming into this week, I did slightly change how I'm reading the market like pre-entry. However, I just have to gather enough data to finish it, which it might take me a little bit of time to do that. Especially because I didn't want to do full back tests again. Like I'm out of that phase. I can't. I literally don't have the capacity to do so. So I'm gonna expect this to be a little up and down for the next like probably week or two, maybe 3 max. Like I think once I get a full month of data, it'll be a lot better. But it's all good. I'm not sure. Does my Renko chart tell me when to take a trade? Yes. Well, no, it's not like it tells me when to take a trade. My chart looks exactly like the one you guys see, except I just have a chart trader. And so when you see me get into the trades at the close of the bars, because my chart trader allows me to, but I do have an order flow chart that you guys can't see. So I can see inside of every Renko bar. And so I basically make a decision on whether I want to get into the trade or not based on volume and order flow of the bar that I'm trading off of. And so basically right now what I'm doing, and this is kind of how I switched it a little bit. So right now, the way that I'm kind of analyzing if I want to get into the trade is I draw like a zone, right? And the zone is, actually, let's just do it up here, where the reversal bar happens. So I can see where the reversal bar would close, right? These two lines right here, that's where it would close. If I did this, you can see the price. And so basically I look at the volume of the entry bar, and then I look for which bar that closed inside of this high and low range, which bar that was in the pullback, which this would be like a counter trend divergence move, which bar had the highest volume, right? And so in this particular example, the highest volume that closed inside was this bar here. And so all I would do literally is look at the volume and order flow of my entry bar, the reversal bar, and compare it to the volume and order flow, or delta, whatever, the volume and delta of that highest volume bar that closed inside the range. And so the thought process, and I just started doing this like not even, I think maybe 3 weeks ago. But up until coming into this week, I was analyzing it a little bit different. I was looking at which bar had the highest volume and which bar had the highest delta, because those are two different things. And so going into this week, I wanted to change it so that I'm only looking at one bar. And so the thought process is like on a time-based chart, not really on a 1 minute chart, more like because I'm scalping, I would say probably, let's see if I can, maybe like a 5 second. Usually it's a 5 second or a 1 second. So I'll show you kind of what it looks like on a time-based chart. So go to a 1 second chart. So on Renko's, right, depending on whatever your Renko size is, price has to move like double that in order to close a reversal bar. Okay. So because I'm on a 16 tick chart today, price has to move 32 ticks in order for it to close a reversal bar. So the thought process is when you look at a time-based chart, price will enter the zone that ends up being created when the Renko reversal bar closes. And you can see that, you know, in order to close this kind of 32 ticks down, there is microstructure on a 1 second chart, right? And because I'm scalping, like I said, the 1 second or the 5 second chart kind of makes the most sense, because most of the time my trades are going to last less than 10 seconds, really less than 7 seconds. And so when I enter at the close of the bar, the bar would close like, you know, outside of this little zone. When I'm looking at the volume and the delta of the reversal bar, and I'm comparing that to whatever bar had the highest volume coming in, if it can beat out the delta and or the volume of that bar on the pullback, then we most likely will win the trade. Right? Because basically it's saying that like, hey, after the 32 ticks has closed, there was enough force in the market from the aggressive buyers or sellers, in this case it would be the aggressive sellers, to take over the where the buyers last kind of had control. And so I used the highest volume bar on the way up in this particular example, because wherever the volume was the highest on the way up, that's the last real battle that happened between the buyers and the sellers. So the problem right now is that I came into this week with only like a day of transition in the way that I analyze the market pre-entry. And so obviously I need a little bit more data, because basically I trade 3 different pullbacks and 3 different divergences. But trading this way, I noticed that the results are the same between all the pullbacks and all the divergences. even trend or counter trend. But there's a lot of data that I kind of need, because even if I group all of the pullbacks and all of the divergences together, there's still like 8 different order flow or delta and volume combinations. Is it 8? I think it's 8. So even if you have quite a bit of data for the pullbacks, when you divide that into, really it's kind of 16 because it's based on the volume of the swings. When you divide that into the different ways that you can analyze the market or analyze those patterns, you don't have that much data because now everything is kind of split. So that's why I said it's going to take probably like a good month of data for me to have like a for sure, this is the volume and order flow pattern I'm looking for. Now, there are certain patterns that I know for sure, like I'm not trading that, because like I have this little analysis sheet, and that's how I split everything with the order flow and volume combinations. And there are certain combinations where literally every single trade on that line is a loss. So obviously I know for sure I can't take that pattern. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is basically trying to find the order flow and volume patterns that work the best in the market based on the volume of the swings in the market. And that's that. But yeah, Amelia, I lost the K that was in the account and the time you spent. That's Amelia. So that kind of reminds me of like how people, and don't get me wrong, I get why people like hedge evals and, you know, do evals the way that they do, because they're wasting time trading evals, but you're also wasting money. And if you have a good strategy that has edge, why not just like go for higher contracts but trade the same way that you would normally trade? That's what makes the most sense to me. Like, why buy 10 evals to pass 3 when you could just buy 3 and trade the way you would normally trade and take a couple of extra days? How much I owe you for that lesson? Nothing. Like, I honestly, there's a lot of educational material I could put out, like not even just about Renko's, but just about like trading. Like I said, I know how to trade. I just want to figure out how to trade this specific way. And I've told Amelia, I'm like, girl, if I actually tried a couple weeks ago, I tried to find this journal from the last time I was trading, and I was doing really, really well. Like I was trading bonds, I was trading Nasdaq, I was trading crude and ES, and I think even the Russell 2000. I was like, girl, I'm going to go back to a time-based chart and go trade the way I was trading before. But the reality is I'm not going to be happy doing that. Like, I don't mind losing in the process of trying to figure things out, because there's a lot of people who believe that the market is so sporadic and the algo's this and blah, 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 and they're hunting my stops and all this other shit. But honestly, after watching Nasdaq move the way that it does on Renko charts for the last 18 months, it paints consistent patterns. Like legit, it does. It paints consistent patterns on time-based charts too. You just have to figure out how you can, what you have to do to read the market the way you want to read it. That's it. Like I said, for me, like when I was trading with Renko's before, I wasn't trading this way, but because I was intraday swing trading. So what I used to do was I would do divergence, and I had 2 contracts going. My first contract was usually like maybe like a 6-point scalp or something, like 6 to 10 points, just kind of depending. And then my runner would continue going until there was a reversal bar, and it would automatically close at the close of a reversal bar. But I would have to wait a long time for those to set up a lot of times, and I just did not want to do that, especially with the way that the market is now. Any news headline can fuck you up. And so for me, it's like, no, I want to be able to scalp. I don't want to have to sit in the trades for too long. I don't want some random headline to like, you know, cause all this volatility. And now my damn stop loss order has been skipped. You know, there's just so many things. And then also for me, if I can scalp, and if I can get my strategy to be like a high win rate, I'm on a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Like last week, I won 75% of my trades last week, which isn't bad. It's just I didn't take as many trades as I would like to. But for me, like making a couple $100s a day across multiple accounts is enough. I'm not ever going to be that person where you are tuning in and watching me make $6,000 per account or even $1,000 per account. That's not my goal. Now, I also like, I have a very mechanical strategy, right? And so I know I want to trade an hour and 15 minutes a day, really an hour and 10 minutes a day. And if there are more opportunities today, let's say I have 10 setups today, I'm going to take all 10. Because tomorrow there might only be 4 setups that I can take. So for me, I want to take every single trade in every single session based on my strategy. I don't go on tilt. I don't make emotional decisions because I'm really opposite of a lot of people. I've never gone on tilt ever. Like, so I lost money, so now I'm mad, so I'm going to lose more money. It sounds ridiculous, right? Even when I was really struggling to put this together and going on losing streaks, I still never got frustrated to the point where I'm doing dumb stuff, right? But for me, it's like I wanted to just create something mechanical so that if I ever decided to teach people, which I highly doubt, but if I ever decided to do that, like I want to be able to, I've taken courses where like there's 100 of us and we're all analyzing the market differently. And so when you take a trade and you lose and you're asking the person who created the course, like, okay, so why did this trade lose? They can't even explain to you because they analyze the market way different. No, I'm not on Instagram. I hate Instagram. Just on Discord. But I wanted it to be where like, if I ever decided to have a community where I'm teaching, I have 100 students and they all took the same trade and they all like didn't take the same trade. Because the market does move in patterns. You just have to figure out the patterns that you're trying to see. And I don't want there to be discretion. I hate discretionary trading. It's not real. Like, who said, like, trading based on your feelings is ridiculous. And that's why most people who trade off their feelings, they lose a lot of money. They do. They go on tilt. They DCA into oblivion because they don't know how to accept a loss. For me, when I take a loss, it's, I might not have analyzed the market correctly. Maybe I didn't have enough data for that particular pattern. Or maybe it's just the one loss out of, 10 that I might have because no strategy is going to be 100%. But to lose because you thought the market was going somewhere and to continue adding into that loss because you don't want to be wrong sounds crazy to me. And you'll never see that here. Ever. If I lose $600 in a day, the market just did not do well for my strategy, and that is okay. And I'm okay with it. I am. All right, I'm going to show you guys the accounts because I got to call my mom back. I got to call my babies so they can sing me happy birthday. It's just a lot going on. But I'm going to show you guys the accounts. The data is a little wrong, though, because this includes today and yesterday. Yes, this includes no. Actually, I don't know. I think it might have reset at some point. I'm not sure, but this might include today and yesterday. I'm almost, yeah. So the quantity is showing correctly in that I took two trades today, but the P&L is absolutely wrong because it includes yesterday. But yeah, so like I said, I'm still in profit on the TPT account. And I still have $1,600 of drawdown. And then on the Tradeify account, it's just $672 left. This account, that eval renews on, I think Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to be pushing that account the next 2 days. And if it renews and, because I fail it, that's absolutely fine. I'm not tripping. But yeah. Thank you, Amelia. See you later. Thank you. But yeah, that's it for me, you guys. I thank you guys for tuning in. Great commentary. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:45 Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest.